as I promised, I will be reviewing Splatter Architects of Fear. Splatter Architects of Fear. This is distributed by North American Home Video Entertainment. It's a long name. North American Home Video Entertainment. It wasn't enough to just have North American Home Video, and it wasn't enough to have North American Entertainment, but they had to have North American Home Video Entertainment. Okay. I believe this was distributed in Canada. Could be wrong, because yes guys, Canada is part of North America. Most of the people involved with this movie are Canadian, as I could tell online. It was also distributed by Synchron Video. They might distribute it in the United States. It's pretty much the same exact box. Everything's the same except the logo right here. Everything else is the same. Maybe a few of the things on the back are different too, but from what I see on the front, it's the same. Now, I can't find any more information on any other North American Home Video Entertainment releases, but I'm guessing they did because there's a phone number on the back where you could call to order. It says call to order 1-800 and the phone number there, so I'm guessing that you could order. I'm sure they didn't have a phone number just so you could order one title, so they had to have more titles in their library. The movie is like a weird documentary on special effects, like gory horror kind of special effects. Like it says, the name is Splatter, but from the cover of the box, you can't. There's no splatter on the cover of the box. If I was in the video store, I would so pass this. It's just not interesting at all. Got a big burst of fire, flames like a bomb went off, and some Amazon chicks, and some shirtless chubby guy with a machine gun. There's no splatter on the cover. I don't know why they called it that. The logo on the back is cool. It's like a little splatter effect in the back, and it has like some weird zombie thing that looks like it's from The Evil Dead. I don't even remember seeing this scene in this movie, and yeah, it's kind of weird. Probably would have attracted more people with something really gory on the front. The movie was directed by Peter Rowe, Canadian television director. Didn't direct a lot of stuff. He directed a lot of unknown television shows. I think he directed some documentaries. Last year he directed some unknown documentary, I don't know what it is. The back of the box describes it as a movie within a movie. So pretty much the way this video is laid out, it's laid out kind of like the behind the scenes featurette of the making of a movie, but it's done in like a fun kind of way. So right when the movie starts, they set up this scenario. You're in the year, I think they said you're in the year 2002, and it was the Third World War, and and it's Amazon women versus mutant men, and it's just this weird scenario, and they play out this little scene where some guy gets his eyeball gouged out. It looks really crappy, and then the narrator has to say, "Don't worry, it's all fake." I'm like, obviously this is really fake. It looked really bad. It does not compare to what Fulci did years before that. The movie that they're making the documentary about, the behind the scenes documentary, does not even really exist. I have a feeling it was made just for this documentary. At first I kind of theorized that maybe they were making this really crappy movie and then just never finished it, and they had to do something with the footage, so they just slapped the documentary about the special effects together. But it's not really that, because they have this weird kind of Igor character that kind of keeps the documentary from getting too boring. His name is Fang, and he eats like a rat, and he eats like guts, and he has like this weird quirky voice, and he walks around hunchback like Igor does. So he kind of tries to keep it interesting, and it does. It's kind of funny.
Teriyaki sauce.
Kind of keeps you wanting to watch it a little bit. The way they set it up is that they have these like little scenes that are already cut together with all special effects included and all, and then they go back to show you behind the scenes and how it's done. And some of them look really good, the special effects. Some of them are really, really bad. They have, let's see, they have a girl who gets her hand like severed by a closing elevator shaft, and they have a guy who's screwed till his brains popped out. It's a stupid, horrible joke, but some Amazon woman goes up to this mutant guy and she like rapes him until his head explodes.
Who killed him? I fucked his brains out.
A lot of naked chicks in this movie. Not pretty ones. And they had another special effect where a girl's like lying on a bed sleeping, and then this mutant man comes and he kills her with a spike, and then he takes a sawzall and starts sawing off her limbs. That was kind of reminded me of flower of flesh and blood, but it wasn't done as well. Definitely not done as well. It was really bad. You could tell that the Sozol was just cutting into rubber latex. It wasn't convincing. A lot of people were involved in making this. I'm surprised it's so obscure because there's a huge crew, behind the scenes crew, and it's just hard to imagine that all these people got together just to make this really crappy documentary on special effects. I got the feeling that, at this time, at 86 this movie was made, gore was the thing, slasher films were the thing, and a bunch of TV people said, hey, let's jump on the bandwagon and make some money from this trend of goriness, and we'll try to slap together a documentary because we're TV people. That's what we do. We make documentaries, and that's what they did. And they hired a crew, and I think it was the same crew as the same crew that did special effects in the movie The Graveyard Shift. Because a lot of them are wearing T-shirts from The Graveyard Shift, and a lot of their credits include The Graveyard Shift. And while they're doing the special effects in like the special effects room or whatever, they have a lot of posters of reanimators up there. Creepers, a poster for Creepers, which is actually the U.S. retitle of the film Phenomena, the Italian film. Poster of the Nesting, I think. I don't remember how I found out about this movie, but I eventually found it on a Buy It Now on eBay for like $3.99, $4.99. There was no picture of the box, so I just kind of took a chance, hoping it was this, and it was. On IMDb, this movie only has, like, I believe 24 votes and 1 user comment, so it was pretty obscure, so I had to have it, so here it is. It's not really a horror movie. It's like I said, it's a weird, fun documentary on special effects. At the end, there's like this big, elaborate action sequence with blowing up cars and machine guns, and like I said, there's a lot of people involved in making this thing, and hardly anyone knows about it. I don't know how much money it made. Obviously, I don't think it was on TV. Because it's pretty gory. I don't think they would show some of the stuff on here, even though it was like a documentary. The guy who was in charge of all the special effects, the main special effects guy for this movie, didn't do that many other movies, but in documentary, seems like he knows what he was talking about. What happens is that a lot of these special effects people, they work on a ton of movies, but they're just not given credit for it. But this guy who was in charge of this, he worked on The Love Guru, according to IMDb. He just wasn't accredited as the special effects guy for that movie. I don't have much more to say about it, except that it's a quirky little funny documentary with a weird dude named Fang. Kind of keeps it fun. And that's it. It's a Canadian movie. I don't know what I'll be reviewing next. Maybe Terror on Tape. I wanted to review a big box. And that's pretty fun. Compilation. Probably one of the better compilations to have come out. So, this is PaulSlasherDicks.com.
Oh, look at those Amazons. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, I love them. Oh, they're big kazoobies. Oh, get those mutants off the screen. They're so ugly. I hate them. Oh, yes, the Amazon. Oh, TNA all the way. Oh,